welterweight division will be hitting its highest peak soon enough, with the scale having top contenders and exceptional fighters on a verge to showcase their call to greatness, has a role for unique classic matchups in the foreseeable future. The chess pieces in the weight class has been maneuvering for the past few years. Kings have become pawns and pawns have become kings. Here is Yordenis Ugas, the Cuban 35-year-old fighter who brought his roots with him to US soil March of 2010 in hopes to seek a professional boxing career. To his success, previously defeating legend Manny Pacquiao to and still hold the WBA Super Championship title. Now, the chance to unify the title with the considerable top dog of the welterweight scale has found its way to become a reality. Errol Spence Jr, the IBF and WBC champion, has been the weight class go-to figure. Top contenders have been in line in weight in hopes to land that key mark matchup. Yordenis got ahead of the rest and now has a welterweight unification fight scheduled for April 16th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. For Errol, it is his fight home, his third fight at the dwelling place of the Dallas Cowboys. Spence was headed to defend his titles previously in August of 2021 against Manny, but due to a need for a surgical procedure to repair a detached retina, it was halted. A few months prior to the anticipated scheduled bout between Spence and Pacquiao, Manny, who became the WBA Super Champion after his win over Keith Thurman, was stripped of the title by the WBA due to inactivity and elevated Yordenis Ugas as the WBA Super Champion. So Yordenis, in a 2 weeks notice, stepped in to take on Pacquiao for Ugas' WBA title. To the shock of many, Yordenis displayed a credible elite performance against the known legend and came away with the victory. In embarking towards this epic matchup, Errol Spence is once again in the limelight to prove to the naysayers he is still the #1 in the welterweight division. A strive to look ahead and put behind him the setbacks that have some questions the future of his career. With only one fight in a 2-year span, and now taking on a strong, tough, elite contender, now proven champion in Ugas. To some sports writers and fight fans, Spence has become the apple of their eye, looking on to what's clearly at stake for the favorable champion, risking it all against one from the Cuban school of boxing in Ugas. The Cuban fighter is well active and has improved along the way, defeating a prospect at the time in Jamal James, a unanimous decision win from a grueling match with Thomas Dulolme, and a close split decision loss to Sean Porter, who many have stated could have easily been given to Ugas. He has excelled as a top fighter, courageous and confident in every fight thus far, improving more and more with trainer Ismael Salas, imputing techniques to his arsenal. There is no lack when it comes to preparation for a highly sought-out unification match head-on. Errol, the proven pound-for-pound elite star, has a very well-credible resume established thus far and is looking to add more to his stats, with no loss in sight. Is Spence still the radiant welterweight that has demonstrated time and time again by the excellency of his craft to be considered the king? Or can Yordenis, who is very well against southpaw opposition and the more active of the two, take advantage and well in using his experience against southpaws and outbox the pressuring and accumulating puncher in Spence? Or will Spence impose his size, strength, consistent pressure, and break down his adversary from the Cuban school of boxing? Who will be magnified as the unified welterweight champion come April 16th? We shall see.